Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Tuesday, September 3rd. On the impact map, we do have an area of thunderstorms, mixed wet and dry, becoming drier on its northern periphery today, where you see the areas in red across central Nevada and Utah. And a mixture of dry and wet thunderstorms on Wednesday across eastern and western areas, kind of a donut hole in the middle between the two moisture plumes, but those moisture areas will consolidate on Thursday. There will be embedded lightning, but it should be higher humidity and more of a wetting rain for many areas where you see the green. Overall lightning, we did have some coming up across western Nevada just outside of the Sierra Front and into the Carson City, Reno area. Also some lightning activity in southern areas of Nevada, Utah, down into the Arizona Strip. Some small fires, but there was some light precipitation with them. Humidity came up a little bit. Still areas to watch for holdovers. In terms of new fire starts in the red, existing recent fires in the yellow, several larger fires see here south of Battle Mountain and outside of Ogden. So things are picking up. We'll see what the lightning and dryness brings today. Over the past 2 weeks, it has been bone dry precipitation-wise on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, you can see that dark red indicates 0 to 5% of normal, basically covering about 90% of the geographic area. And that is why ERCs have dropped down. You see across Utah, western Wyoming, eastern Idaho, dark reds to purple, 90th to above the 97th percentile, and even up in the mountains of central Idaho and parts of northern Nevada in the 80th to 90th percentile or locally higher in many areas. Our live fuel moisture is also taking a hit, dropping below the magic 100 mark down through here, which means locally extreme fire behavior with the live fuel sagebrush. 10-hour fuel still driest on that northern periphery. We're expecting the driest lightning, but where we had higher humidity and some wetter lightning yesterday, see those 10-hour fuels came up and respond quite a bit to the higher humidity. Satellite imagery shows some of that residual monsoonal moisture creeping on up into parts of Nevada, into Utah. And see a deeper trough of low pressure also play a big role in the weather towards the middle to latter part of the week when we get some better dynamics and more of a wetting rain scenario and maybe some more winds as well. So a little bit of everything. So on the left-hand side for today, you see that trough of low pressure off here, those little blips of moisture continuing to move up. We have high risk for lightning pushing a little bit further north today. Further south, humidity should be higher somewhat, and initial starts are less likely. You can see on the map here where the expected precipitation is, and some of it could even sneak a little bit further north today. I'll have to keep an eye on this north of Elko into the southern sawtooth of Idaho, but humidity into the low 20% range in southern areas, still in the low teens to mid-teens further north. As we go into Wednesday, moisture rotating around that high pressure area, continuing more showers and thunderstorms. Enough of a mix in wet and dry, and this is the third day that humidity would not be as bone dry, so we're not putting in high risk for now, but we'll continue to monitor situation closely. And there are the expected areas of precipitation through here. You can see the humidity on the right-hand side creeping up a bit, 20% range, getting to central areas of Nevada, so the numbers are going up. And then by Thursday, you do see more green on the map as this trough of low pressure moves onshore. Better dynamics will kind of wring out the sponge of moisture through here, creating a much deeper area of moisture. Also a deeper area of monsoonal moisture through here we have to watch. But we'll see our PSA start to moisten up. That's because the humidity here on the right-hand side, see 20 to 25% in many areas, even locally near 30% in some spots. So the humidity will be coming up. You see more of an aerial coverage of showers and thunderstorms with lightning, but more wet than dry at this point. 3-day precipitation totals. And further down the road, Friday we dry out, at least briefly. High pressure trying to build in across the western portion of the Great Basin into the Pacific Northwest. But the deeper trough of low pressure moving in on Saturday, and then by Sunday coming in with moisture to the north. We'll see some drier air to the south, so I'll have to watch and see some of these PSAs may dry out a little bit. And then there is a trough again here on Monday, possibly some moisture to the north, but dry, breezy conditions in the south. Here is the 7-day precipitation totals. And you can see the central mountains of Idaho could see a ½ inch to an inch of rain out of this, as could western Wyoming. This would really put a crimp in their season if those rainfall amounts do pan out. 8 to 14 day outlook shows a cooler than normal signal continuing across the northern Rockies, signifies a storm track across northern tier states. If that is the case with the rains this weekend and continuing cool and wet into mid-September, this could knock out possibly the mountains of central Idaho and maybe western Wyoming, but we'll have to wait and see on that. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.